Hello and welcome to Nice to Meet You, Union Athletics. This is Eric McDowell from the Union College Athletic Department, and thanks for joining us here today for our continued series as we get behind the scenes and learn more about the extraordinary student athletes that attend Union College. We're very happy to have Caitlin Suarez with us today, and she's a freshman from Shoreham, New York, and a member of our women's cross-country team. Caitlin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Very nice to have you here, and thank you for attending Union College because you've got an amazing story that we're anxious to bring to our viewers today. Now, how have you enjoyed your first season on the cross-country courses and on campus here at the college?
It's been amazing. It has exceeded my expectations. Transferring into Union and transferring right into college was it was huge. And being able to be a part of the team was being a part of a family, and it was so nurturing. The coach was amazing, the girls were amazing, we ran together, we hung out together, and it was just so nice to have, especially my first term on a college community. As for campus, I love it. I walk around every day in awe of how beautiful it is. I came here and it was the beauty of the institution blew me away. Even if it's raining or if it's hot or if it's cold, it doesn't matter. It's so nice to be there.
Now, Coach John Houghton has a major impact on the student athletes here with the cross-country, both the men's and women's teams. So talk about his training skills and his leadership with you.
He makes everybody feel like they're the most important person on the team. And we all have a personal attention that keeps us going and motivated. The workouts are perfectly structured to how we should be running and to better our times throughout the entire season. So I progressed so much from the beginning of the season until the end of the season. It was amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed his coaching and the team.
And he's part-time, but he puts in so much time here. We're very lucky to have him here. Now, what do you think of our outstanding professors here in your first few terms at Union and the fine academic challenges that you've been facing?
Academics have been definitely challenging, but Union has a way of making it seem manageable, and how they do that is they have professors that you can go to their office at any time, you can email them at any time, and you will get an answer right away. So it makes it so easy, so nice. They have help centers that I go to all the time for bio, for calculus, for chemistry. They have instructional support, so they have actual students, they call them SIs, who sit in our class for my bio class, and he sits there and then holds review sessions once a week. So we get to go to him for that. He has office hours, and the amount of support to make sure that we can do our full live up to our full potential, it's amazing. And I have been no regrets coming to this campus, and it's helping me do really well, even though the academics are very tough.
So they work very well with you on time management skills, don't they? Especially in your case of a student athlete, it's just like being involved in the club. There's a lot of demands and things, but yet they are very accompanying with you, I see.
Absolutely. And they keep you structured, and they have assignments due to keep you on top and be able to manage the workload. And every class is tough, but it's manageable. It's if you do what they say, follow their instruction, and go to them when you feel like you need help.
And you know what it'll lead to in 3 more years for you, too, with the bright future that you have, not only on campus, but down the road as well. Now, speaking of challenges, you have had a health challenge, and it is not slowing you down at all. Please share with us what you have been dealing with for the folks watching today. It's an extraordinary story, Caitlin.
Sure. When I was a freshman in high school, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of cancer in the lymph nodes. I had received treatment over the summer, and as some know, there's a port that goes in when you're diagnosed to give treatment, and I couldn't play soccer anymore, it was my love. I played for 10 years. So that's when I decided I was going to switch over to cross country because I could run with the port in. And so that started my love of cross country, and I walked on to cross country running maybe 5 minutes, and then I walked off being able to run 5Ks and compete competitively. It was amazing. That was it. Me and running, it was amazing. So I went through treatment over the summer, and then when I was in my sophomore year, at the end of cross country season, I was actually re-diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma again, and I went through treatment until May of my sophomore year. My junior year, I was watching something that they weren't quite sure was there or not there. It was something in my chest. And it appeared to be going away, so I was healthy. I was, at the time, doing cross-country, lacrosse, and winter track. And then I came into my senior year, ran cross-country season again, and actually at the end of cross-country, I was re-diagnosed the third time with lymphoma.
A third time you were re-diagnosed.
It had indeed come back. So what they were watching was indeed the cancer. It came back full force my senior year at the end of cross-country season again. And so I had come here right before I got re-diagnosed for the third time, and I knew when I came here that I would be able to run cross-country. I talked to the coach, I met the team, I fell in love with the campus, and I felt my heart I had to come here. And so I was going through treatment, and I was actually in the hospital receiving a bone marrow transplant in March. And it was the middle of my transplant. I was just starting to feel better is when I got my acceptance to Union, and I have to say it was probably the happiest moment I'll ever remember. I was screaming, like, so happy. All the nurses were coming in, the doctors, everyone was congratulating me. They put up signs around my room saying, you know, congratulations on your acceptance to Union. And I had been waiting. At that point, I felt like this is it. Like, this is where I'm going. And luckily, it worked out financially. I was able to come. And luckily, health-wise, I finished treatment completely at the end of June. I started running again. I just got on the track doing like 100 meters because I was pretty frail and weak from the transplant. And then I came into the cross-country season. Coach let me run even though I wasn't at where I used to be, and I just kept running through the whole season, and once again starting very, very small and then being able to finish and compete in 5K races. And 6K too.
It's amazing, and you used the term weak. I don't consider the term weak fitting in the description of what you just told us. It's amazing to hear it happen again and again and again. Where does that strength come from, Caitlin? The confidence, where do you have that?
It comes from, it's a good question. It just comes from feeling like I can do it, and I have done it before, and I have gotten myself back onto the line and back into running, and it just, like, I never let cancer affect me, let it change who I am as a person or dictate how I was going to live my life. And I knew I loved running. I knew that it was something I wanted to do again. And, you know, luckily I was able to run a cross-country team in college, which kept me so structured and so motivated to, okay, like, this is really tough for me, but I'm going to keep going. Like, I had the support of my team, the support of my coaches, and everybody. Even if I came in last in a race, everybody turned around and made sure that they cheered for me as I crossed the line. Nobody was like, oh, the time's too slow. It didn't matter at all. It was the most supportive system there. And running cross country has led me to be able to run the half marathon in January, which was something I've always wanted to do for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. I completed that.
And we'll touch on that too. We're going to touch on that. We've got some great photos of that too. But let's go back to Shoreham Wading River High School. You're a celebrity there. And you're talking about with so much passion about the family and what those people meant to you and the fellow students. And just tell us a little bit more about how you had one of the most remarkable Valentine's Days anybody could ask for. Oh,
last year's Valentine's Day will be the best Valentine's Day ever. The Natural Helpers Club in my high school, which I'm a member of, under the direction of my teacher, Mary Mitchell. She had the students all sell purple T-shirts. They had sold purple roses.
I like that score. That's a good score.
Yeah. I love this T-shirt. They had purple hearts that they wrote kind notes to me. I was, like, once again in the middle of treatment, and I was lucky enough to go to school when they had on Valentine's Day, and all of the students were wearing purple. I mean, all of the students. The entire hallways looked like a sea of purple. And it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. I can't even thank them enough for everything they've done for me at my high school. And coming here, I hope that I would find that same nurturing, loving environment, and I definitely found it at Union. And exceeded my expectation.
Well, that's because of you, and I think people are drawn to you and your story and how strong you are. And young and old can learn a lot from what you've told us. Now let's get back to Orlando. We always love to go to Orlando, and you had a magical race at Walt Disney World, and you didn't have to be the Super Bowl MVP to go to Orlando to see Mickey. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I have wanted to run the Disney Half Marathon since I was diagnosed in 2008. And every year it was something medical that would prevent me from doing so. And so, as I was saying, I had made such progress during this cross-country season, my health-wise, strength-wise, and I decided in September, I was like, I'm going to run the half marathon for Leukemia Lymphoma Society's team in training. And the goal was to raise $3,325 to be able to run there.
You blew that out of the water, didn't you?
And with the help of the athletics department and the staff at Union College, I raised $4,620, totally exceeding anything I could ever imagine. Got to run in Disney World. It was amazing. It was on my birthday. I ran for team in training, which is something I've wanted to do for so long. And the whole race was amazing. Everybody was cheering my name. They had like "Go Team" everywhere, which is like team in training motto. So everyone who was a team in training fan or a team in training runner would make sure that they supported you as you ran through the race. And I actually crossed the line being like, oh, it's over. I want to do that again. It was so much fun. It was amazing.
Well, Disney World is a magical place, and your story is magical, Caitlin. And we're all very proud of you, and it is remarkable, and you are very strong, and you're a good role model for students, young children, adults. The people that have faced the health challenges that you have faced can look to you and see how successful they can be. So congratulations for that.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for choosing Union College. We appreciate it. We thank you for watching us today, and we thank you for getting to meet Caitlin Suarez from the women's cross-country team. We'll have a lot more stories coming your way, and if you'd like to find out more about Union Athletics, make sure to go to our website at unionathletics.com. This is Eric McDowell. Have a great day.